Eva Alia and I am from Diploma in Business and this is my last semester. I've gained a lot of experience in planning this event. I was the PRO, it's a short for Public Relation Officer in this project, and my job was to promote the event, making sure that our event is known by the public. So what I experienced is approaching people to promote our event. That was an experience for me to I approach radio stations such as Hits FM and Era FM, and they help in promoting our event. At first, this is my first time approaching radio stations to promote an event, so I thought that there will be like a lot of hassle and a lot of steps that we need to do. But when I approached them, I just said that we want to promote our event, and they said, "Oh, sure, go ahead, just send the details." And it was a great experience, also to see the radio stations people working during that time. And besides that, I also approach influencers in Instagram because they have a lot of followers. So I approach them and tell them to promote our event, and they did help promote our event. And luckily, it's for free. Thank God, we don't need to pay. But the reason why I did that is because their followers is many, and we need audience. And we need audience, yeah, the public. You get it. Anyway, yes. So. Oh, other than that, I also met the manager of CAP2104. So CAP2104 is a group that is happening in KK right now. So it was a really great experience to meet with a manager of a group to make the group sing in our event. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get them in our event because the cost for them performing in our event is 5K, and we don't even have that budget during that time. But even though we didn't get that group, it was an experience for me to meet the manager and discussing and dealing with them. So I was the photographer during the event, and it was a great experience to be, the photographer. I don't really have skills in photograph, and then I asked my friend for basic tips for how to take good shots and all that, and I'm so happy that it turns out great. You can check it on Facebook page. Okay, so yeah, and then besides taking pictures of the people, I also Instagram story them because I was holding the Instagram account, the event's Instagram account, so I would be story them, and to show our event is happening, even though it rains that time, but everyone still have a good time. And then besides that, I post all the photos at Facebook. Like I said, you can check it out at Facebook. There are 3 things that I learned from this project. The first is communication, teamwork, and preparation. So our team, we face problem in communicating with each other. We tend to personal message each other rather than using the WhatsApp group as a platform to discuss our progress. So when we don't use the WhatsApp as a platform for our discussion, all of our team members will be clueless on what other progress is. For example, during the proposal presentation, I thought that we were doing the event at ITCC Penampang Mall, and turns out it's already confirmed that we are doing it in Prince Philip Park, but they didn't update me about it and they didn't say it at the group chat. So that's why the WhatsApp, next time, if there's a next time, we should make use of the WhatsApp group. We have communication problems because even halfway of planning the event, some of the group members are still clueless on what they need to do and what the objectives of our event. So in my opinion, the group leader should constantly remind them and update them about the progress, and always make sure to ask if they understand their roles or not. And teamwork. Without teamwork, this event won't happen at the first place, and I like to compliment my team because we work together in making this event happen. So our teamwork can be seen when Samson, our sponsorship, he wasn't able to find a lot of sponsors. That's when we all step in and find sponsor together. Just because he is sponsor, we're not like, oh, it's his job, we don't need to do anything. No, it's our job to find a sponsorship together. And then besides that, it was my job as a PRO to promote the event regularly, but they didn't let me do this alone. They all promote it together with me. Like they helped me print the flyers and give out the flyers at Gaya Street and shopping malls like Surya Sabah. They didn't let me do it all alone. They helped me along the way, and even though it's not their job, so I'm grateful for the teamwork that we have. And lastly, when we all work together in making this table. We were supposed to do a table during the event, and even though the table was not really that useful during the event because it was raining and the table was made out of box. So yeah, it is just like, I think we waste our time making that box, but we were working together. Third thing that I learned is preparation, which is we always have to be prepared. Like and we always have to be prepared. So like when I was meeting the radio station, I didn't like list out the questions that I need to ask and all that. I just went inside there, and when I went inside there, I went a little bit blank because I realized that I didn't even bring a paper or questions that I need to ask them on what other procedures are and all that. But luckily, everything went well during the radio station. And besides that, we always have to be prepared when meeting important people like that. When we were meeting the MRM people, we were a little bit quite late. So when you are late, it just reflects reflects how you are as a business and all that. And it's very important to always be prepared and come early during meetings, and especially when you're meeting important people. What I learned from completing the business plan is that it is very important to proofread, because during the presentation I realized that there are grammatical errors from others' slides, and it is important to proofread other people's work and not just yours, because this mark is our mark. It's not my mark, it's our mark. So therefore we have to like have each other's back and not just like read only our part and make sure our part is perfect and not caring about others' part, because this is our mark. And besides that, what I learned from the business plan is that our objectives, we didn't clearly state our objectives, because the question is right now, is the objectives from our event met, and what is our proof from there. So we really need to work more in listing out a specific and detailed objectives, and that is what I learned from the business plan. Finally, I just want to thank Miss Beth for being there for us throughout this project. And I'm sorry for doing this last minute